If ever there was a time for Nigel Farage to pipe up and start a new political party to challenge the Conservative and Labour status quo in Parliament, it's now. The people have had enough. Nobody in Parliament is addressing the cost of living crisis, the price of food, the price of fuel, the illegal migration across the Channel, hundreds coming every day, and we're not sending these people back. Our services, the RNLI, Royal National Lifeboat Institution, the Border Force, the Border Guards, they're all helping and assisting these people to come across and add to the population, which puts pressure on our social services. Nobody is addressing this. They are all squabbling over the Tories and Boris Johnson, whether he had a beer or a pint of wine or whatever in Downing Street, who he had a blowjob off in the office, and whatever else he has done in his private life. They're all obsessed with one man when there's millions in this country who voted for these pricks and desperately want them to do something about it, but they're not, which means they're not up for the job. They can't redeem themselves. Politicians now have no redeemable qualities about them, and it's evident they don't care. I mean, look at the new Conservative Party Education Secretary walk to Downing Street and flip the finger to the people outside. Now, I don't care who the people were booing her, left, right. She had no right to do that. She is a representative. She is a privileged representative. And considering how hard it is for people now, the last thing they need is a politician they voted for living in great privilege, insulting them like this. So I'm choosing Nigel Farage, and now is the perfect time to start that new party. Now, I know I've said I've been on the fence with the guy, but the guy's got clout. He could well be the British version of Donald Trump, and, God knows we need someone like that now. Because Trump, when he came to office, he made jobs. He made the US attractive for investment and businesses. He secured the borders, and he put the American people first. That's what we need now. I believe Nigel Farage is that man, because he doesn't take shit, folks, and he tells it like it is, and he knows the problems that normal people are facing. He has been out there on the channel. He is bringing people information about what's happening, the true story, what's happening with these illegal migrants. And I don't think I've heard him pipe up about Boris Johnson and whatever the hell he's been up to anyway. I don't think Nigel gives a shit, because he knows the more important things for people to worry about. And the world is slowly rising. Indonesia, there are riots happening right now because of net zero policies and the country wasting money, spending vast amount of money tackling the so-called climate crisis, and it's bankrupting the country. The same in Holland. Farmers have been told that they can't continue to have a livelihood because the country wants to tackle so-called climate crisis, and they're aiming for a net zero policy. And that too is bankrupting the country, senseless, and the people are rising up, and it's going to happen here. Can you imagine, if the people did rise up and storm Parliament and Downing Street like they did in Indonesia, then it'll be Downing Street and Parliament that would have brought that upon themselves. So, it's time for Nigel Farage, now or never, the man with clout, the man who says it like it is, the man who scared David Cameron, the Prime Minister at the time, and the Conservative Party so much that it made them give us Brexit, and the man who will truly put this country first. Because, there's more than enough Conservatives, right-wing voters here to vote for his party now, because Labour are unelectable. If you think that Labour represent the country and the people, then you are fucking deluded. And the Conservatives are fed up with the infighting that's happening in their party. So, it is quite obvious they will come over to Nigel Farage and join his party and vote for his party. But he mustn't fill his party with former MPs and former Conservatives and Labours, because ultimately, it will be seen as joining something far more popular which could benefit themselves. Get a load of new people in who think like Nigel does and who has contempt for the status quo that Conservatives and Labour have, which have completely, nearly ruined this country. So it's time for Nigel. It's time for Nigel now. That's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments. And until the next time, Roger Trout.